Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We're back in Sunless Skies for a look at the update in December 2017 that adds a completely overhauled trade system based around bargains and prospects. It also adds a new procedural generation for the map to make it more interesting and lively, and it also adds something called directions, which is just a minor feature, which means that when you're on a quest you can find ports a bit more easily. You'll get a bit more guidance without it actually holding your hand, which is all rather nice. Also, we've got a spangly new HUD, I think as the kids call it, which is new since last time I played it. And there's quite a lot of other stuff as well, like there's more enemies spawning all over the place now, which is nice to see. Oh, hello. Don't really want to crash into that. So the point of this video is we're going to do one of the new prospects in the new trading system. But the trading system is now based around bargains and prospects, and also the whole market system has now been streamlined. So every minor port now only sells you one particular good, plus possible bargains as well. And you only ever, when you're in a major port, you can basically that's where you sell things. You can't really sell stuff anywhere else other than food and fuel and supplies. Right, let's actually try and actually get onto the bloody thing here. I've been tootling around like a madman. Here we go, New Winchester. So if you want to learn about the new trade system, you'll need to go to Wolseley Station, visit the Promise of Days, introduce yourself, and they'll talk about stuff. And then you've essentially got a bit of a potential tutorial stuff. Ask about prospects, ask about bargains. We won't go into that too much. But essentially prospects, find and accept prospects at major ports of the bazaar, and you can accept up to 4 at once. As for bargains, find bargains at any minor ports bazaar. Bargains have finite supply and duration. And a really neat little feature of this is that every time you visit a port, from then on, when you click on it, you can actually see if new bargains have appeared there since your last visit. It'll also tell you their regular export, the thing that you can actually buy there. So, first of all, let's actually get a new prospect. Right, so broker in Port Avon is selling cheap seeds. And then we're going to sell that at Magdalene's. So we're basically buying cheap at Port Avon and selling expensively at Magdalene's. And this happens every time you do it. This is like a set quest type thing. However, let's have a go over to the bazaar. These two things down here, these prospects are randomly generated. Every time I've tried playing this now, these two things down here are random. This is the main one. This is the proper one that we're actually supposed to be doing and hasn't changed. This is the seeds one. So let's actually accept the prospect, which you always do at the bazaar. May get these as well. What is this? Someone wants, okay, sell some hours to the circus. And sell some flowers. Oh, some more seeds. Actually, we can actually sell seeds to Titania as well. So let's accept that as well. So if we don't manage to find Magdalene's, we could always find Titania, what the hell it's called, and we'll sell them the seeds instead, which is all rather good. Just whilst we're here, let's get the starter quest going with the fastidious inspector. This will give us good. If we actually manage to find Prosper, they'll give us some good food, money, and fuel as well. Now this is actually where you actually see the new directions feature in action. Prosper is where we're going, lies a long way to the west-northwest. I better write that down, otherwise I will forget. West-northwest of New Winchester. That's random every time, because of course the map is randomly generated every time you play it. So we need to go west-northwest to pick up some new supplies and stuff like that. We've also got some extra cash. So we'll just quickly nip over to Victoria Market, buy a little bit of extra fuel and supplies. Nothing too major, because we want to keep our hold free. We've still only got 10 slots in our hold, and we're already using 8 of them. The whole point of this new trade system is it's supposed to feel about opportunities, about story, but also be difficult. So you still have to be really balancing the space in your hold. Although since the last time I played, they've also introduced banks into the game, where you can actually store valuable items when you don't want them actually in your hold. Okay, so I think we actually are good to go. I'm not going to spend much more time in New Winchester, or in fact any time at all. We are now going west-northwest to try and get ourselves some new food supplies and money, and then hopefully we can also find Port Avon. The new mapping system with... Oh, bloody hell, that's So we've got the central bit, the new Winchester bit. We've got the inner ring, and we've got the outer ring, and each one is like segmented, so into segments. And each segment will have one major port and lots of minor ports as well. So west, northwest. So essentially we're going this way plus a little bit north. So kind of like that. As before, we'll be using our bats to actually find new places. Checking the herd. Yep, we've got four supplies, 4 fuel, but pretty much balanced. Our health is fully stocked. Our terror is fine. We've got 10 crew, and we've got 8 slots of our hold used up. Here, you can actually see what prospects we currently have at the moment. So we can sell up to 3 bags of seeds to Magdalene's, 5 hours to the circus, or 5 flowers for Titania, or the seeds for Titania. So yes, so our goal will be to basically find Port Avon, buy as many seeds as we can, and then sell them to either Magdalene's or Titania, depending what we find first, I guess. So let's send our bat out. Whee! Plop. It's found bugger all. What a prick. What an absolute prick. Now this, I think, because I believe it actually said, I wasn't really paying that much attention. I believe it actually said it's a far distance, so it will actually be in the outer ring. I think the direction system, if it says it's like a fair way, it'll be on the inner ring of the map, and if it's a long way, it'll be, well, in the outer ring. The actual terminology may be slightly different from that. But now we're just pretty much set on a course here. Haven't seen any enemies spawning just yet, although having played this a little bit earlier, I have noticed that yes, indeed, the enemies do spawn a bit more often, to the extent that you might get several of those funny little fish things on screen at once, as well as like enemy ships. But so far, we've seemed to have actually not encountered anyone, so we've been quite safe. But the enemies still don't feel very dangerous. Ah, here we go. Make sure that we don't crash. Oh! We crashed. Never mind. Oh, hello. Well, we're not going to worry about that just yet, because that's not where we're going just yet, but that's good to know, because we'll come back to that. At the moment, our mission is to get to Port Prosper, and I still believe it's going to be on this particular direction. So whilst we're tootling along, let me read you exactly why they've changed the trade system. I've tried to explain this in my own words, but it's better if it comes from them. The new trade system aims to create the sense of being an independent trader. You're trying to carve out a living in the gaps left by big companies. That means you'll need a sharp eye for opportunities and wits, boldness and knowledge of the skies to capitalise on them. Basically what that means in less story-led terms is the trade is now designed to feel unpredictable and rewarding, to play like a story. It's meant to reward character progression and player knowledge. The initial implementation includes a slice of the bargains and prospects that will be in the final game, and we'll be following player feedback closely and making changes, especially to costs and rewards. So yeah, it's all about the stories, as usual in these games. Right, that looks like where we're going. In the outer ring, that is almost certainly Port Prosper, so that's good, frankly. Well, you sure this is Prosper? Yes, I think this. Yeah, look at all the look at the verdantness. Yes, there we go. The trees give this place away. I'm coming in hot! Once more. Ah, Queen's Cross Station. Yes, know about this. Right, so to the bazaar. Prosper Bazaar. Here are some bargains available. The captain of a greenhouse engine is selling seeds, fresh from the gardens of the Reach. This is exactly what we want. Well, we already knew this was going to happen. But there's also another bargain available. Just whilst I'm here, let me just go to Nelson's Emporium just to explain something. Here, we can actually find what their main single export is, what they're willing to sell us beyond fuel and supplies. You can also sell fuel and supplies anywhere you want. But yes, it does turn out to be ours that this place is exporting. So I may end up buying some of this, depending on how much money we end up having after this encounter. So let's just go back to the bazaar. See how much siege we can get. Well, they've only got 3, which isn't very many. But they're selling it at, just for one. They're selling it at 10 quid a piece, which is rather excellent. If you try and sell the seeds at New Winchester, I think you'll get 40 quid from them, just regularly. So that would be like a That would be a trade thing you could do, but you wouldn't want to do that, because if you find Magdalene's, you'd be able to sell it for 80 quid a sack. So that's turning 10 quid into 80 quid and multiplying it by 3 as well. So you'll make 240 quid minus your 30 quid investment, 210 quid, just for going from one place to the other. But of course, these are limited offers, so I'm going to buy that. So we've cleaned them out. So essentially, we're going to either sell this to Titania or the other place, Magdalene's. Is there any point in getting that? Munitions. Well, let's see how much space we've got in our hold. Well, we've only got one more slot, and to be honest... In fact, actually, hang on. I've got an idea. I'm going to waste... I'm going to do a little bit of a wasty poos. I'm going to waste some food and supplies to get us down to 2. Which makes a little bit of space in our hold. Oh my... God damn it. Sod off. Right. Now go back to here. And so now we've actually got more space in our hold, rather brilliantly. So I'm going to buy some new food and supplies. Oh shit, I've actually spent all that cash. Oh well, I won't be able to get any more stuff. Oh look, there's an enemy there. Bit of a drunk driver. Right, so now what we need to do, I'm actually reverse. I don't really want to be I don't want to be in his sights. Now what I need to do is find hang on a second, they're selling seeds. It was actually Port Avon I was going to buy seeds from, wasn't it? Oh, maybe I just got very lucky there. Huh. That's very interesting, actually, because it was Port Avon we were supposed to be buying stuff from seeds from. But Port Prosper also happened to have some bargains. Okay, that's fine. I'll take it. That's is equally good prospect. So I'm guessing if we go there, well, that could be anything. I mean, there's absolutely no guarantee that's where we're actually going to be going. But since we've actually gotten both Magdalene's or Titania to actually get to, that does actually increase our odds quite a lot. I think I've actually got very lucky on this run, actually. I've had a couple of goes previously, and yes, I did not get that lucky. But it's interesting, I've actually found that sometimes they might be selling 2 bargains. I didn't actually do any of this story stuff at all there, did I? Should have got a port report, but hey-ho. Sometimes I've actually got a situation where the 2 bargains from one place happen to be exactly the same. The story-led nature of it was different. It was 2 different people selling it, but they were basically selling the same thing for the same price, which I found a bit peculiar. But since they are like limited stock, I mean, if it meant at least I could actually get more of the same thing if I really wanted it. But whatever. Oh, there's a fishy. Also almost crashed. He hasn't seen us, so I'm not going to worry about him too much. Just need to go... Oh, hello, yes, he does. I'm going to add to our experience. What have I got less of? Let's go for that. A scandal, because that'll give us some more hearts. Torrid affair. Or a parade of debauchery. I'll go for the torrid affair, because that'll increase our lowest stats. Right, let's get going. Ignore the fish. It's busy banging a rock by the looks of it. Make sure that I head due east. And onwards to our mystery location. Oh, hello. Haven't seen you before. A swarm of flies. Now, you may have noticed that I didn't actually get rid of the fastidious inspector at the last port. Never mind. That would have got us some more fuel and supplies, but we're pretty much stocked for all that sort of thing anyway. I'm not too worried. Shit. Oh shit, that's really hurting us. I don't think we can really do much about it either. We're going to leave it alone. Oops. Yeah, they're probably best avoided by the looks of it. This looks like Titania. We may be able to sell our seeds here. Approach the mayor. Yeah, we visited this place before in the previous 3 videos at some point. But I don't need to worry about this. This is all story stuff. I really just want to be investigating the trade system in this video. I can't just yet. You've now had 100 experience and 1 moment of inspiration. Right, now that unlocks everything. Go to the bazaar. Pending prospects. Flowers for Titania. Flowers, blah 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 blah. She needs verdant seeds and lots of them. We happen to have 3 of the 5 that she wants. Yep, so she's actually buying at 80 quid as well, just like our other place, Magdalene's. Which is nice. So we could actually come back here and sell them 2 more as well. But we don't have it. At least we've got our 240 quid anyway. And what bargains have they got then? Oh, they've got souls. Let's check out... So those are the both of the seeds ones. 2 more needed versus 3 more needed. Hours for the ringmaster. So I don't suppose they've got souls here. I don't suppose they're selling hours, are they? No, they're selling old crap. God damn it. So unfortunately we won't be able to complete another one. So we've done quite well actually. Most interestingly, we were going to sell seeds from Port Avon to Magdalene's, and we ended up selling them from Port Prosper to Titania. But that's the whole point of the new trade system. You take the opportunities where you can, for whatever money you can earn. And we earn basically the same amount of money doing either thing. So I'm just going to tootle around just to see if we can find anywhere else. I did buy a couple of extra things whilst I was there. I've got a bit of crockery and a bit of souls. I'm just going to have a bit of a tootle around, see if there's anywhere else out there that wants to buy either of those things. Oh my god, sod off! Hopefully we are going to make this. Those are lethal. Well, at least it is Port Avon anyway. That was close. All the usual Port Avon stuff. Right, port report. Continue. Right, so yeah, in summary, with the new trade system, every minor port has one thing that it will sell you, and plus potential bargains as well if you go to the bazaar. To actually get the one export, you'll actually have to go to whatever the actual proper shop is. Here, they are selling souls. In fact, just like the other place as well. In fact, let me just point this out on the map. This is what they were saying in the instruction stuff. If you click on a place that you visited, it'll tell you this exports hours. This exports nectar, this exports souls, and this is the major hub, so it doesn't actually sell anything, it only buys. So that's actually a good, yeah, souls and hours. Yeah, that's actually quite useful to know. Let's go back to Port Avon. What bargains are available? They're actually, oh yeah, of course. This is where we're actually supposed to be getting our seeds. So, well, why the hell not? Probably because we're actually going to run out of room in the hold. But also cheap souls as well. 45 quid? Oh god, I've got to jettison something. I think the crockery can bugger off. So hang on. I wish they'd bugger off. Get out of the bloody landing. I didn't actually look and go in the landing strip. Don't mess with me. The Intercity 125 of the sky. Okay, I could go and find Magdalene's and sell the seeds, but I think you've got the point by now. Interestingly, the bargain souls cost 45 quid a piece, and that compares with their souls as the main export for 70 quid. So it's what is that, 25 quid cheaper if you buy it for the bargain price. But I mean, that's not exactly the same sort of like ratio everywhere. I think there's some different goods will have different sort of bargain prices and stuff like that. Okay, so we'll stop here. We'll hopefully carry on following the progress of Sunless Skies through early access in future updates and stuff like that. So do subscribe to be notified when stuff goes live, and I'll see you next time.